Welcome to the podcast, everyone. Today we're diving into a really interesting concept that blends simplicity with fitness tracking, which is perfect for anyone looking to stay active without the bells and whistles of complicated apps. We're talking about exercise minimalism, an approach that strips down your workout tracking to the essentials. Now let's start with a question for you. What's the biggest barrier you face when trying to stick to an exercise routine? Is it the complexity of apps, the overwhelming data, or maybe just forgetting what you did last time? Well, that's where this exercise minimalism concept comes into play. The idea behind it is brilliantly simple. It provides a small single HTML file that you can use on your browser to track 7 fixed sets of daily exercises from one week to the next. Imagine just having today's workout in front of you and the weight you used last time. No distractions, no complicated settings, just the essentials. I love that this solution aims to reduce friction, because let's face it, the less complicated it is, the more likely we are to do it. You know how sometimes just getting started feels like the biggest hurdle? This is designed to eliminate that by keeping things straightforward. What's really cool is that there's no configuration interface. Instead, you just edit the HTML file directly to set your exercises. It's like a blank canvas that you can tailor, but it doesn't overwhelm you with choices, which is refreshing. And let's talk about the data aspect. This app focuses on minimalism here too. You track only the previous workout's weight to help you determine what to aim for next. There's no fancy analytics or long-term history to sift through. It's just about the now and the next step. I mean, think about it. How freeing would it feel to not have to look back and analyze every detail? Also, there's a handy built-in timer for your rest periods. You can even customize the sound of the timer by inserting a different base64 encoded WAV file. So if you want to be cheered on by your favorite song, you can. Now, one thing I have to mention is that this setup doesn't have a save button. Saving happens automatically when you input data. It's almost like an old-school notebook where you just write it down, but in this case, it's instant and digital. The flip side is that if you want to delete the data, you will need to dig into your browser's local storage, which may sound a bit technical, but it aligns perfectly with the minimalist approach. And don't worry about compatibility. This works on any modern browser, whether you're at your desktop or using your phone. It's perfect if you're on the go. Before we wrap up, one last thought. Simplicity can often lead to better adherence to a routine because you're removing unnecessary friction. Have you ever tried simplifying an aspect of your life and found it made a big difference? Thanks for joining me today as we explored exercise minimalism. I hope this gives you inspiration on how to stay active in a way that feels manageable and less daunting. Until next time, keep it simple, stay active, and take care.